What's good, DRG family? We back with another video. T-Shot Friday. So bring your friends, bring your family, bring whoever you think this will help. You know, we're getting this thing started a little bit late, but it's all good. So we're gonna get it started. Alright, so alcohol wipes. You wanna alcohol wipe the area beforehand. Just so you know you don't get that stinging sensation when you finally pick a spot. If you're anything like me, you got shallow veins, you already know why I'm saying it. If you don't, this is your first time tuning in, well, it's gonna take you a while to find that motherfucker. We got the injection needle, the drawing needle, and we got the handy dandy Yazerski. While that's drying, you want to hand sanitize, you know, for cleanliness and whatnot. Once again, shout out to Intuitions Oils and Candles. I definitely got my package. I should have did a video for that, but I was so hype about it. I literally just opened the box and just got to smelling all the candles and stuff. Next care package, though, I got y'all. Alright? So, drawing needle, depending on your doctor's prescription, is depending on the size of the gauge. So, for me, it's 18 gauge. Alright. Alright, so I definitely see some air in here. So, I'm just going to push that back and start it over. And then I rotate the vial just because you get bubbles when you push it back. So just so you don't get them back into your needle, you know, move it around. And you also want to pay attention to where the top of the needle is so you avoid getting air too. That also helps. Alright, so I'm going down to 0.4 because that's where my dosage is. So, depending on yours, that's where you want the bottom of your syringe to stop at. Alright, perfect. I forgot to put on some tunes for y'all this week. Like I said, I'm a little behind, so I was a little overly excited about it. I'm doing that because I see a little bit in the syringe, and this tends to help. Perfect. You'll start to see them disappear little by little. I didn't think I would. I thought I was going to have to put it back in there, but they actually went away. So both methods actually work, so kudos to that. Alright, and we're gonna change the needle to the drawing needle. You want to be careful because this thing tends to fill up to the top. If this isn't your first shot, then you already know what I mean. If this is your first shot, just be very, very wary of tilting this thing because it does fill up to the top. Cool. Alright. Like I said, I got shallow veins, so you want to stretch the skin before you inject. Alright. Usually I do it more towards the middle, like I said, but because I kind of let my hair grow out, I'm paranoid of hitting some veins, so I'm gonna go a little bit more towards the inner thigh. I had that TikTok song stuck in my head. Alright, so I think I know where I'm gonna go. Once you feel confident about the spot that you're gonna hit, you wanna stretch 45-degree angle, flat part facing up. There is one step I forgot to do that I usually do in my other videos, which is push out a little bit of the T. But that's okay. You don't want to rush this. I kind of rushed it the last video, and I didn't wait long enough for the alcohol to dry, and it stung. And you don't want to rush this because that's how you nip stuff. So I'm using the chair armrest as a guide because I tend to be shaking. I don't have steady hands, and I'm going pretty slow. Alright, so continuing what I was saying, you want to inject slowly, take your time, be steady, because you don't want to nip anything, and you don't want to, scar tissue like I've mentioned before. Alright, you want to make sure you have your band-aids nearby in case you do nip something. I don't think I nipped anything because there was no, blood gushing out or none of that, and I actually chose a different spot this time. Which is pretty good, considering usually my left leg is the leg that I tend to nip. Well, that started bleeding a lot sooner than normal, but that's also because the inner thigh, more towards the inner part, is a little more sensitive. Surprisingly, it's because you don't really use it like that. It's not really yeah, I guess that's the right word to say. It's not really the part you use the most, unless you work out. This is why they say when you start doing T, it's very good to start a workout regimen, which I've kind of been slacking on myself, so I don't want to be hypocritical here, but tender spots that you choose to do your shot at, you'll bleed a lot quicker. But as long as it's not running, or it's not splurging out, you have nothing to worry about. You didn't really nip anything. It's just because it's a tender spot. So I started bleeding almost immediately on here. Took a few minutes, but it's because it's more towards the inner. But that's also good too, because as you can see, you can kind of tell which spots I did, as you can see, more often. There's more hair on this side because I don't really do the inner part that much. Sorry for all the lagging, but yeah, so you want to do that. I might have to actually change the band-aid. It's not sticking like that. That's another thing too. So if the hair is too thick or you're growing too much hair in that spot where you do the shot, the band-aid might not actually stay down like mine isn't right now, which that's also okay. Just something to keep in mind. Also, make sure you have that container to dispose of your needles, everything like that. So you want to dispose everything and put everything back in their little capsules, keep the environment safe, and just be all around more, cleanly, things like that. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Our last video got cut. So thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you did nip something, it is okay. You're just going to have to do the same leg the following week. Not the leg that you nipped, but the opposite one. So for the next 2 weeks, do that leg. Trust me, it'll make a difference. Your muscle will be okay. It's just going to take a little extra to recover. So you don't want to, because you do 1 week like that. So you don't want to the following week, or the week that leg you have to do again. In case it's still sore, you don't want to do the shot there again, because it's kind of like adrenaline rush, and your muscles will start spazzing out. I messed up like that in the beginning too when I nipped something. When it came time to that leg, it was still healing, and I did the shot, and my leg was spazzing out. I had to take longer walks, stretch it a lot longer, do different workouts and things like that, just to get it used to that, just in case I messed up again in the future. But if you don't work out and that's not something that you're looking into, then definitely give that leg a rest for about 2 weeks. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. T-Shot Friday, that's what I'm going to start calling them. T-Shot Friday. Thank you for tuning in, DRG family. Just FYI, we still got the embroidered beanies available. Go ahead and check the link in the bio. I appreciate you for tuning in. Share with your friends. Share with your family, whoever you think might benefit from this video. If there is some questions you want me to mention or some things you want me to talk about, go ahead and comment them in the comments below. I love feedback, criticism, whatever it is you want to call it. And yeah, thank you for tuning in. Peace.